Room. And joining us now is Bishop James Dixon of the Community of Faith Church.
Bishop, thank you for joining us again. I know you were here last night speaking with Brandy Smith. The organizer at Texas A&M for the rally planned September 11th, he said they're not there for violence, they're there for a conversation. What kind of conversation would you have with him?
Well, first of all, their conversations have sparked the violence we're seeing now. So to say that they're not there for violence is oxymoronic.
But if you could sit down with that individual, what would the conversation be?
I want to talk about the fact that human life is valued at all levels of equal. And I will talk about the fact that an advocacy group that advocates hate, hatred is an unmanageable emotion. And so when you advocate hate, you stir up these kinds of violent incidents, and people are dead because of it. That's what I would say to that individual. And I want to talk to them intelligently, yet passionately, to get this dialogue going two ways. If they're having a conversation, they've got to have both sides represented. And I raise my hand and say I volunteer to represent God's people, people of faith, and people understand that all of us, black, white, brown, Asian, gay, straight, we're all Americans. One family, one future. Some of us can't survive while the rest of us perish. Some can't go up while the rest of us go down. They've got to understand that, and we've got to have that kind of message demonstrated.
So important. You're having a conversation tonight, a much bigger conversation, an event with people and leaders from all different areas of faith. Talk to us about that event tonight.
Yes, just in the last 12 hours, this meeting has come together because people understand that we cannot sit on the sidelines and talk about what's wrong. We've got to be actively engaged in uniting Houston's diversity, America's diversity, so that we can stand up against hatred, against racism, against sexism, against terrorism, even on the local front. This is an army of love, and love is always more powerful than hate, but we got to act, not just talk.
This is a much bigger issue than just in Charlottesville, as we know.
Absolutely, absolutely. Houstonians have to understand, we're sitting on the powder keg right here, and at any given moment, the wrong word, the wrong action can create the same kind of chaos and violence. So we're going to act proactively right now to make sure that Houston does not look like Charlottesville. And every Houstonian, no one should be silently complicit, because if you're silent, you're giving consent. You got to be vocal, verbal, and visible to make sure we do the right thing.
All right.
Thank you for
Thank you
joining
so
us.
much.
We appreciate it.